Hello and welcome to Math 3.2, where math is simple, fun and practical. Alright, today we are looking at the section B of National Common Entrance, quantitative reasoning question. That's 2023 question. Alright, in this question we have these samples to analyze. Okay, then once we are done analyzing the samples, we look at the question. Right, I'm going to do two of the questions, then I'll leave the last one for you to attempt. Alright, so now if you look at section A, that was just an appetizer, simple multiplication. Alright, but apart from those kind of appetizers, when you see a pattern that is made up of just 3 points, alright, you should suspect your squares and square roots. Alright, take that as a secret. Okay, you have just 3 pots. Suspect that squares, it's likely you have squares inside or square roots. Okay, so let's check this. How do you check this? If you're running through your analysis, what do? You check your 4 basic operations. First, check if it's 3 plus 2, 5, no. 3 times 2, 6, no. 3 divided by 2, 1.5, no. What's the last one? 3 minus 2, 1, no. So 4 basic operations checked. Right, so after checking that, then look at your squares and see what you've got. Right, and then here I've actually seen it, because this is 3 squared plus 2 squared. So 3 squared is 9, and then 2 squared is 4. 5 squared is 25, and then 3 squared is 9. 25 plus 9. 34. Okay, so 5 squared 25, 4 squared 9, 4 squared 16, right? So 25 plus 16 is equals to 41. So getting to this point, this is for year 5 and 6. Okay, so if you're getting to this point, year 5 and 6, and then you are doing your quantitative reasoning, you're preparing for an exam, you should have your multiplication table. You should be able to also know, you should know your squares, the squares of numbers from at least 1 to 20. Right? Once you have, those are the instruments, okay, you need to repair stuff like this, to analyze things like this. Okay? Alright. So that having said, let's write out. Let's use this particular sample. Alright. So we have 5 squared plus 3 squared equals to 34. Okay, so 5 squared is 25, 3 squared is 9, and then that equals to 34. So, but one thing we must do in analysis is to see how to come back from this point and get this component. Okay, so what do? Remember that there is an addition here, right? That led to this. So the first point of call will be the subtraction. So if we are coming back, we're going to do 34 minus, let's say we're looking for 5, the square of 3, and then that's 9, right? So 34 minus 9 will give us 25. Then we'll take the square root of that. Okay, we take the what? Square root. Okay, so that would be 34 minus 9, 25, which will now be the square root of 25, and then that will be 5. So we do the same thing for this, for 5. Okay, so we're going back, we subtract the square of 5, alright, from the answer we got, and then we take the square root. Permit me to write it that way. You take the square root. Okay, so 34 minus 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. 34 minus 25 is 9. Okay, and then the square root of 9 is 3. So with this, I've analyzed the sample. I've written out my analysis, how to get the root of this particular answer. Right, and also how to get the answer. You must not follow this procedure, okay? But one thing you should do in your analysis is try to get the component. Alright, don't just look at the final answer. So after getting the final answer, how do you trace your step backward? Alright, and that's what I've shown you here. Alright, the analysis is done. So if I want to do any question here, I can easily pick it from my analysis. So let's go to the questions. Alright, so we have the questions now. Question 4 to 6. Alright, so let's take them one after the other. In question number 4, we have the final answer missing. So that's the one in place of 34. So how did you get the final answer 34? We did 5 squared plus 3 squared. So that means here we're going to do 10 squared plus 12 squared. Alright, 10 squared is 100, and then 12 squared is 144. Right, so 144 plus 100 is 244. So final answer 244. So that's 10 squared plus 12 squared equals 244. Is it easy? Right? So that's the right one. So let's go to number 5. We are looking for this missing part. So in our analysis, that's 3. How did we get 3? Okay, so we subtracted the square of this from 80, and then we took the square root. Alright, so you see, we subtracted the square of 5 from 34, we got 9, and then we took the square root of 9, we get 3. Okay, right, so we just reversed what we did. The last thing we did going forward was addition. So we'll do that addition. We do the opposite of addition, which is what? Subtraction. And then after that, before we did the addition, we had done square. So we undo the square by what? Taking the square root of whatever we have. So we reverse the square plus with minus square root. Alright, so that's what we're going to do here now. So we do subtraction first. 80 minus 8 squared. Okay, let me take that out. So I have no space. 80 minus 8 squared. 8 squared is 64. So I'm going to do 80 minus 64. Alright, so whichever method is easier for you, just do your subtraction. So that's 80 minus 60, 20. 20 minus 4 is 16. So that's 16. And then the square root of 16 I'll take. And what number will I multiply by itself to get 16? And then that is 4. So that means 4 goes into the box. So 4 squared plus 8 squared equals to 80 squared. You can check that to be sure your answer is correct. Now, you're done. So I'm leaving question number 6 for you. And then if you are watching this video, I want you to write your answer in the comment. Thank you. God bless you. Alright, if you have any question, please do it to also drop in the comment, but I'd like to see your answer to this. Right? Bye.